Hi, I'm Tess Schultz with Tulip Square, and today I have a special little freebie for you. We have this scrappy little Christmas tree mug rug pattern. This is super easy to do. Even a beginner should have no problem with this. So let's head over to the sewing machine and I'll show you how to make it. So to make our scrappy tree mug rugs, you can see I've just got all different reds and a bunch of different greens. Well, it's scrappy, just like it's called. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the largest squares, the 2 7/8 inch ones, and you're going to pair them up, match them all up however you want, just so that you have one red and one green together. And then you're going to draw a line, diagonal line, right down the middle of each pair. Okay, and then you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam on each side of that line. So you're going to do that with all of your pairs. And once you've got those sewn, give a line on either side. You just want to cut right on the line you drew. And then you're going to press these and have some half square triangles. You can press them in either direction. I generally press towards whichever fabric is darker. So now we've got all of these multiple colored half square triangles. And if you're paying attention to how many I'm making, you'll notice I have half as many that are in the pattern. That's because I'm only making 2 mug rugs. The pattern makes 4. So the next step is to take 2 of these, and you're going to sew them on either side of the green squares that you have. So right now we're going to sew these. Take this one, sew it right here, and this one, and then we'll take the other piece and sew it right there. Right there. Now you have this piece, and you're going to take any one of the small rectangle red pieces. I'm going to sew it to the left side with the green going this way, and you're going to take 2 of your red squares and sew them to this side, and these will be stripe B. You can press these in any direction because of the way that the pattern goes. None of the seams have to nest, so it doesn't matter how you press them. So we'll set those aside for now, and then we'll sew the rest of these together just in pairs, with the green forming a big triangle like that. Now on this one, you're going to sew 1 red square to the left, and then you'll sew 2 red squares and a red rectangle on the right, with the green going this way. 1 square to the left, 2 squares and a rectangle to the right. These will be stripe A. And again, you can press these in either direction. You'll take your little brown squares and the 1.5 by 2 inch red pieces. You're going to sew 1 each side of the brown square. Now you have these pieces, and you're going to take that piece and sew 1 of your small rectangles to the left side, and then you're going to sew 2 more of the small rectangles to the right side, and 1 of your little 1.5 inch squares. And that will be stripe C. Now with the rest of these little rectangles, you're just going to sew them together in strips of 5 rectangles, and then you'll sew 1 of the little 1.5 inch squares to the end. And those will be our stripe D. And you use up all the rest of these on that. Now I'm just going to take all of my strips, all the different ones that we made, and I'm going to press them. You can press them in any direction. One of the good things about this pattern that actually makes it great for a beginner is that none of the seams will nest because they're all staggered. So none of them have to nest together, so you can press them any which way you want. This is real easy to assemble. And I'll be right back to put it all together. Okay, now you've got all of our strips pressed, and you're just going to sew them together like so. You're going to put a D. When you put the D's, make sure the small inch and a half square is always on the left side. That way all the stripes will stagger properly. So you're going to do a D, and then you're going to do an A stripe, a B stripe, C stripe, and finish it off with another D. So we're just going to sew those all together, as always, with a nice 1/4 inch seam, and then we'll be done. And there you have it. Cute little Scrappy Christmas mug rugs. There's another one. There you go. How easy was that? So this is all ready for quilting. You can finish it in any number of ways. I might actually do a video showing you like 3 different ways to finish a small item like this, whether it be binding or the kind of pillowcase method, or where you take the backing and wrap it around the front and use that for the binding. So let me know if you would be interested in seeing that. If you like this mug rug, the pattern for it should be right over here somewhere. And make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time we put up a new video, which is normally every Saturday morning, but never hurts to get that little reminder. Don't forget to visit us at tulipsquare.com. Happy sewing, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.